morning everyone, I hope you're doing fantastically today. It's a lovely morning. Today for you, I wanted to talk to you about some shoe trends. These are my shoe predictions, things that are going to be coming up, things I'm interested in at the moment. I do apologise if you hear some rumbling in the background. There's actually a cat on my lap right now who is rather vocal. There also might be some birds in the background because the parakeet is rather horny at this time of the year. Apologies, focus on me, look into my eyes, look into my eyes, look around the eyes, look into my eyes. Shall we begin? First thing on my list is football boots or AstroTurf shoes. We are all sick of everyone saying that we're sick of the samba. Whether you're sick of the samba or not is actually irrelevant at the moment. We are sick of people saying that we're sick of it, so that even if you like it, whether you like it or not, is not actually a factor on whether you wear it. It's the discourse around it. Apparently everyone is wearing them, apparently they're blah blah. Honestly, I don't care what you wear, and I think no one should particularly care what you wear, but everyone seems to have an opinion on the samba. But I have a great alternative for you. If you like that skinny shoe, a football boot or AstroTurf boot. So, I mean, I wouldn't go around with the actual metal bobbles on the bottoms of your feet. You'd be making rather a racket, and I think someone will have something to say about that as well. However, if you want the AstroTurf boots, you've still got that sporty, skinny silhouette without having to have a conversation with someone about it being cool or not. Avoiding conversation is one of my specialities, so take notes. They give a fabulous sporty impression. I mean, Usain Bolt, if you're watching, I challenge you to a 100-meter race in one of these because I swear I will win on ego alone. I really like them in silver, I really like them in black, I really like them with the Adidas stripes on them. There are particular ones actually that are Euro Championship ones that have like stars on them, stripes on them, all good stuff like that. Next on my list, rather interesting one, and not particularly one I think I would actually embark on wearing myself. However, it's an interesting talking point. Something that I have lovingly coined the fluffy elf clog. It's this kind of mule that's hairy, and it's not faux fur, it's not like just like a fabric, it's literally looks rather like hair, which is what makes it so interesting. They actually rather remind me of the Melissa Y Project little slippers, but if you were to strap two guinea pigs to your feet. They have the same kind of flamboyance and interest, if not more. They're just something that catches your eye, they're not dull. I don't think you'd catch me wearing them personally, however, I love the idea. I can see Aladdin serenading Jasmine, Arabian Nights, blah 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 in these kind of clogs. Going on from hair, fur, if you're missing the coolness of leopard print as it's kind of been adopted by absolutely everyone. If you want to fill that void, pony fur or cowhide, whatever one you want to call it. Go for vintage. We have the same discourse surrounding faux fur. Don't buy leather new, buy leather secondhand. There's plenty of interesting things. Get yourself your hands on some pony fur, which does not involve ponies. I don't know why they call it pony fur. I'll call it cowhide. I think that cowhide is going to come more apparent on shoes, bags, jackets, accessories, kind of like that. I actually saw in the Met Gala after party, Lil Nas X was wearing a cowhide jacket and Bad Bunny was wearing some kind of cowhide pony fur on his shoes. I struggle to talk about this because I fear that leather doesn't have the same kind of attitude towards it as faux fur does, or real fur does in general, and I am not going to talk about whether I think that's right or wrong. I think we should always be buying secondhand, and new stuff shouldn't be being made. For the sake of being informative, this is a learning podcast, I think that it's going to be big. I think that cowhide is going to be really big. A chicer way of doing the leopard print, because the thing is with the leopard print, may I say like the samba, it seems to be being done absolutely everywhere and it's getting a little bit dull. Pony fur, I think particularly on shoes, it's going to be really nice. Next on my list, perfect for playing in the rock pools, river sandals. These are, may I say, one of my absolute favourites. Traditionally, historically, we would be seen wearing these sans socks. However, I think if you want to make it a vibe, if you're going around the city, I don't want to get my dogs out. And I also think it just adds a cute little vibe to it. Socks are now a thing. I was actually just doing a podcast. It's by James Buckley in The In-Betweeners. His wife, Claire, was saying that God forbid anyone saw her socks, so she has to have those little slip-on socks and they just roll up into her shoes and it's lost between your toes. I couldn't think of anything worse going around without socks on, or even without someone thinking that I've just got my raw toes treading into the sole of my shoe. I like the sock, particularly I can show off the socks with these sandals. I spoke about in one of my last videos about how I really love toe socks, particularly the brand Ingenie. I just absolutely love, they are so perfect. Adds another interesting element to your outfit. I love a sandal, sandals and socks, absolute favourite. Next on my list is hiking boots. Particularly, I really love vintage hiking boots that are super round toed. I love a round toe. I find it really inoffensive. I am not a skinny shoe gal. If you've watched this channel for a while, you will know I'm not a skinny shoe gal. I like a round toe. Walking boots normally have a really round toe. I really super love the vintage Dana boots, which have red laces. I am so convinced by these that I may just purchase some red laces just to put into some of my boots. Putting a red lace in it just adds a little bit of salt and pepper, just a bit of seasoning, adds a little bit of spice, something a little bit different. I love a round toe, so soft, much preferred over a square toe or a pointy toe for me. Next on my list, not actually a shoe, actually a styling option, hanging shoes off your bag. I think shoes in general have become more of a thing than in the past. People are very aware of not just the brands, but this particular name, make, model, issue, year, designer, and I think people are going to want to show off their shoes. I've seen plenty of an Instagram post of just simply a picture of a shoe. Mason Margiela shoes, I've seen people wearing them with the bags on them. Anyway, discussion for another day. I think that they're definitely a prized possession at the moment. I think that one way of displaying your shoes is by hanging them off your bag. So we've seen a lot of the charms on people's bags, like Hello Kitties and whatnot. I think next wave of this is hanging shoes off bags. And there is a practicality element to this. If you live in central London and you're catching the tube, you don't want to be wearing your lovely heeled slippers on the tube. You're gonna be wearing your trainers. You're gonna have to have 2 pairs of shoes anyway, but you don't want to be hiding them in your bag. People need to know what you're endorsing. We're all walking advertisements at the moment. So you can have these hanging off your bag. And now I got this idea from actually people who I've seen hiking, basically tying their Crocs to their backpacks. This concept may be applicable in other things, maybe, I don't know. Final thing I want to mention is Velcro shoes. I dabbled in this in my last video. I mentioned slip-on shoes and cycling shoes, and Velcro I feel is like a merge of these two. So I really like the slip-on shoes and I really like the cycling shoes. An aspect of that is this Velcro. I really love a ugly cute shoe, and I think that Velcro is the epitome of the ugly cute. They're not cool, they're cute. They're an interesting talking point. I really like two-strap Velcro shoe, but then, as I was saying in my last video with the cycling shoe, you can do it in a sleek, stealthy way, I feel like, with the cycling shoes. It just, or with some kind of like fastening strap over it rather than a lace, I really like. Also with the martial arts slippers, okay, so you probably don't have Velcro on these, but that kind of silhouette, that little paddy round childlike silhouette, I really like, and I think that this kind of all tumbles into one, and I feel like I can group it all into one talking point. That's everything I have for today. Thank you so much for being here. It's been so lovely talking to you today. I really hope you come again very, very soon. I will see you as soon as possible. I really hope that you are enjoying the warming up weather. I love you all so much. I will see you very incredibly soon. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I am on Instagram. I love you all eternally. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you very incredibly soon.